Irashaimase. Let me adjust my mic, sorry. My name is Suzuki Yoruka, Blue Dragon Vtuber, and we are back in A Kiss for the Petals. Remember how we met? Last time we had a good perspective of Miya-san and what she was up to in the garden, skipping class just because she wants to, because she thinks she's so damn smart. And Risa chasing after her, and all the girls in school thinking that they're in love, which eventually they will be. But yes, let's get back to the action. I think this is like chapter 3-ish, but I don't know. We'll just continue the best of our abilities. When I entered the class in the morning, Miya-san was naturally nowhere to be found. Geez, I'll bet she's planning to skip again. Good day, Risa-san. Is there something troubling you? Oh, good day. Do you happen to know if Miya-san is here today? No, I'm afraid I don't. Do you? I'm afraid I haven't seen her today either. I see. Thank you. I bet the reason she's not here is because she's intentionally running late. Jeez. In stark contrast to my own growing irritation, my classmates simply looked at each other and shrugged off with a "what can you do" smile. How dare they not care? Haven't you all noticed that Miya-san hardly ever comes to class? It seems so improbable that a girl who did nothing but skip class could ever find her way to the gathering of proper young ladies. That was St. Michael's. I was a bit surprised at first, but Miya-san's grades are always so excellent. Huh? Her test scores are always like the top of the class, so it's probably alright if she isn't able to make it to the lessons. You think so? I'm a little disappointed. She doesn't speak to us very much, but she seems to live her own little world, right? Yeah, she does. It's though Miya-san exists on a different plane from the rest of us. Frankly, I was shocked. How could everyone be so lenient towards her current behavior? No, this is just unacceptable. But not being able to jump some of the energy to go look for her, I resigned myself to taking my seat. Before long, the teacher came in and the class began. My thoughts were such a mess, I didn't hear a single thing she said. What's everyone's deal? Could it be that I'm the unreasonable one here? Are you telling me that someone who's smart without studying doesn't need to go to class? That's just not right. It's not right, I tell you. What is it, Azumi-san? No, it's nothing. That was bad. I need to be more quiet. Why did I even say that out loud? Even as I told myself, I just couldn't stop the endless questioning going on inside my head. Endless. Without cause. Avoid. Jeez, what am I doing? I haven't been able to concentrate one bit. I could barely even remember what happened during the lecture. Now that I think about it, I should probably go back over the material. Spreading out, open my notebook, I check off the main points with my pen. Man, I really need to pay more attention during class. Oh, but don't you always pay attention don't you always pay excellent attention during class, Risa-san? Huh? Shit, don't scare me like that, Miya. Studying during the breaks. How very diligent of you, Risa-san. Miya-san, you're just getting here? You're so late. Am I? This is earlier than usual for me, though. You're totally late. You're not early at all. She had such an audacious attitude for someone who was late. And the girls around us were far from giving her reproachful looks. This girl is early. This actually is early for Miya-san. Yes, you're right. Those were the kinds of things I could hear them saying. Pardon me, Miya-san. I'm in no mood to listen to a lecture this early. Look, the teacher will be coming back any moment. There was nothing I could do but shut my mouth. Fuck. There she goes, spacing out again. She's not listening to the lesson at all. The other girls were definitely way too lenient on her. I really want to do something. Just one time, I want to make her lose her composure. I want to beat her into submission. I want to punch her right in that tiny mouth of hers. I kept thinking about how she would probably tell me I was talking like a villain again. She's looking at me. Just then, Miya-san seemed to notice me looking at her. Hee hee. With an air of total composure, she flashed me a calm, beautiful smile. Geez, she doesn't even know what I'm thinking. So annoying. But why am I getting moist? Moist. Now I really, really want to beat her into submission. But how? From that point on, all I could think about was how to get Miya-san to lose her cool. I could tie her up, I could punch her in the stomach, I could tickle her nose, I could ruffle up her hair, I could tie her down and kiss her on the neck. I mean, no. I could kiss her on the cheek and then no. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? What are we doing over here? Anyways, she's not coming up with any good ideas. Miya-san seemed to be pretty clever, so she was liable to figure me out before I could even try anything. Maybe it's not even possible. Why is my stomach always constipated? Oh, Risa-san, might I trouble you for a moment? Of course, what is it? The teacher asked me to put this up in the classroom. I was wondering if you could help. Sure, I'd be glad to help. It looked like a really big poster. It definitely seemed like it would be hard to do alone. What kind of poster is this exactly? It's about the tea party. It's a recreational activity they're going to hold soon. A tea party, huh? That definitely sounds like something St. Michael's would do. I heard about this tea party. All the girls that students looked up to would be invited so everyone else could get together and socialize. Ooh, excuse me. I'd never been to anything like that, though, so I didn't really know much about it. That doesn't matter. I got more important things to worry about right now. This is one battle I can't lose. Risa-san? I'm sorry. Where should we hang the poster in the classroom? Let me think. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Sometimes when I was thinking about Miya-san, I forget about everything else around me. I really need to pull myself together. For today's homeroom, I would like us to select a committee that would be handling the Tea Party recreational event poster over there. Oh, the Tea Party? Do you know anything about it? I've heard that the freshman students invite girls from the senior class and play host to them. It really sounds like it's held around this time every year. Am I playing a host to the upperclassmen? That's a major responsibility. Teacher's announcements seem to get everyone pretty riled up. Everyone seems to be really interested in this. It looks like it'll be the best if I just leave it to them and stay out of it. Quiet down, everyone. I'll be selecting 2 committee members from each class. Do you have any volunteers? The moment she said that, the class erupted. Exchange like, did you want to volunteer? And no, I think I should be you. Could be heard all over the classroom. 2 people from the class, huh? So they'll be put in pairs, huh? There was Miya-san, sighing like she was bored again. It wasn't just classes, but school events of any kind that she had absolutely no interest in. I admit, I can't even begin to picture Miya-san enthusiastically participating in some event, but she could at least show a little bit of interest. Huh, wait, I've got it! Eureka! The plan had just surfaced. Just you wait, Miya-san. With a certain determination, I raised my hand as high as it would go. Pick me, pick me, pick me! Aw, that's so cute. She's so cute. Sensei? What is it, Azumi-san? I volunteered to be on the committee. Class murmured at my announcement. Oh, Azumi-san, I'm happy you want to volunteer, but you're the class representative. It wouldn't be too much for you. Not at all. I'll be fine. There'll be 2 committee members, right? Yes, that is true. So then, if that person and I were going to be working together, I think it should be somebody I'm compatible with. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Then, who else can we get to help? Sensei, may I make a recommendation as to who the other person might be? Why, yes, selecting someone who would help make the work easier on you may be the best option. Thank you. Azumi-san is also our class representative, so whoever she chooses, please do your best to assist her. Hee hee hee. I cheered giddily on the inside. Now that teacher had said that, it wouldn't be so easy for her to refuse. Well then, if I may, I'd like I can say her name. I would like Ayase. Ayase. Yeah? Ayase Miya-san. To be that person. This bitch! How fucking dare you? Ah, fuck. What? Miya-san looked at me, her eyes wide in surprise. At the same time, a shrill commotion rippled through the class. Risa-san just not nominated Miya-san. Do you suppose it's some sort of love call? Two of the top students of the snow class collaborating on a project together? Ah! It's so beautiful! It seems that everyone is an overwhelming favor. What do you say, Ayase-san? Will you do it? Of course you will. Isn't that right, Miya-san? Miya-san was looking painfully perturbed. In that state of affairs, who would possibly refuse? Nobody. That's who. I understand. I'll do it. Miya-san nodded her head as she reluctantly accepted. Great. Thank you. So then the individuals from this class who will be on the Tea Party Committee will be Azumi-san and Ayase-san. Ayase-san. God damn. It went so smoothly, even the teacher was smiling. I had been thinking I could try to annoy Nisa-san by roping her into participating in something, since she had such a negative attitude towards school events, but I couldn't believe just how well it had gone. Now what? You can't skip class anymore now, can you, Miya-san? Hee. Risa-san. I was particularly good mood considering how well my strategy had worked. I felt the urge to laugh out loud. Oh, where the heck did she run off to? The committee meeting was about to start any minute, and Miya-san was nowhere to be found. She promised in front of everyone that she would do it, so I figured she would actually be responsible and follow through. How naive could I be? Miya-san was who she was. I searched high and low, any place that I thought she was I searched high and low, any place I thought it was likely she might be. Ah! There you are! Jeez, what was she doing all the way back here? If I hadn't been looking closely, I would have totally missed her. Hey, Miya-san! Oh, Risa-san, what is it that has you so out of breath? The committee meeting for the tea party is about to start. Don't tell me you're planning to skip that, too. Tea party? Oh, yes, that. Yes, the tea party. T-E-A-P-A-R-T-Y, if you didn't know how to spell. Forgive me, it completely slipped my mind. Huh? As you may be aware, unlike certain individuals, I did not volunteer for this dream myself, so I'm not particularly invested in it. Well, cry about the past all you want. It won't do as much good now. There's no need for snide remarks. I'm not certainly what you mean by that. When I say, you're clearly the superior individual. Miss Julia is a remarkable person who would volunteer to be on a committee of their own free will. Hee. You definitely sounded sarcastic to me. Yes, you even volunteered yourself to be class representative, didn't you? Well, that was just how things turned out. And when the teacher finally entrusted it to you, you were wearing quite the satisfied smile. What do you mean, satisfied, huh? The way she said it made me feel like some kind of teacher's pet. Her tone was really irritating me. You looked so happy at that moment, Risa-san, that anyone could be so pleased to become class representative. That was something I never realized until that moment. I couldn't help but laugh. Laugh? Wait. Ah! That's right. When that happened, I did remember San smiling next to me. That was back when she was still responsible, though. Or at least, that's what I thought at the time. You really are one of the rudest people I know. Hehehe. And you're proper to a fault, Risa-san. Jeez, that was uncalled for. Anyway, let's go to the meeting. What, don't tell me you're not planning to go? Yes, I don't suppose there's any way out of it. Of course there isn't. What was she thinking? Her level of irresponsibility was astounding. You at least have to come for today. Please don't say that. Just let it slide, please. No, 1,000 times no. You look the other way. I can make it worth your while. Worth my while? How? I'll show you my boobies. No! My next test coming up. I can tell you what will be on it. Huh? You can? A student of her caliber was offering to tutor me. That would definitely help out on the test, and then I was bound to get 100 next time. What do you say, Risa-san? Well, no, I can't. Absolutely not. That was close. I almost let her seduce me. I can't be bought that easily. Oh, that's too bad. But you made a wise choice. I rarely ever attend class, so it's doubtful I can predict what will be on the next test. Yeah, now that you mention it. Miya-san's high test scores were a result of her intellect, plain and simple. It had nothing to do It had nothing at all to do with predicting what would be on them. Well, anyways, let's get going, Miya-san. You at least have to show up today. Yes, I understand. Upon giving a response, she began to walk, but I followed closely behind her to prevent her from trying to escape. All things aside, that was really bad just now. For a second there, I was about to put myself in Miya-san's hands. Hans. That's right, my test scores need to be a result of my own hard work and determination. Dedication. Hehe, what sort of brave pep talk are you giving yourself back there, Risa-san? It's nothing. Come on, just hurry. If it makes us late on the first day. Then what? I don't know. It'll be embarrassing or something. How should I respond? I couldn't come up with anything that I thought would scare Miya-san. I'll never forgive you as long as I live. Understood. As long as you live, you say. How could I have said something so childish? That self-loathing wasn't doing me any good. Well then, we absolutely must not be late. Huh? To have one's class represented hold a grudge against them for the rest of their life is a harsh punishment indeed. Come on, I'm not that unforgiving. Oh, I see. As we continue our moderately confused conversation, we somehow managed to make it to the meeting without being late. Proud of you. Proud of you for making it on time. This is the first big event we'd held since we started high school. The tea party. Maybe it was because she was still new to this, but the explanation given by a student who had been selected as chairperson was awkward and long-winded. She really is trying her best, though. I need to pay attention. I listened closely while taking notes on the main points. Next to me, Miya-san was utterly lacking enthusiasm. It's like deja vu. Like I'm always watching this scene. Jeez, I'm begging you, please take this seriously. I wanted to get onto her, but the chairperson was still talking, so there's no way I could interrupt her. So, that is all I have to say. I feel like we should have to... Oh God, what kind of voice should I give? It's hard to discern. Like, all these girls are different, obviously. So should I do it like just a deep voice? So that's all I have to say. I feel like we should have a discussion to decide what we do next. Do any of you have any thoughts you'd like to share? Silence. Now I couldn't say anything because how quiet the room had gotten. Does nobody have any thoughts? Are you all stupid? The chairperson looked troubled. Did anyone have anything to say? We weren't getting anywhere like this. I'd like to say something. Yes, from Snow Class, correct. Please share with us. I'm Risa. I'm assuming Risa from Snow Class. Do you have any informational packets describing how last year's tea party went? If we had those, we could use it for reference. That might help guide the conversation too. Well, the tradition is for the freshman class to come up with their own way of playing host each year, so what the students from previous years have done isn't information we have available to us. I see. So it's something of a freshman rite of passage. That makes sense. So that meant we had to come up with something on our own totally from scratch. This is going to take a long time. Miya-san. After that, other thoughts and opinions trickled in, but ultimately no significant decisions were made. And that was essentially how the meeting ended. Not to mention Miya-san. Not only did she space out through the whole thing without offering any input, she actually capped the whole thing off by yawning. Hey, Miya-san, wait! After the meeting ended, I hurried to catch Miya-san as she tried to go home. What is it, Miya-san? The meeting's over. This is about the meeting. You're not taking this seriously enough. You just sat there the whole time not saying anything. You even yawned at the end. I was out of my control, honestly. It was so boring. Nothing but a waste of time. At this rate, I had never stayed in the rear garden drinking tea. How could you? It's a committee meeting. You need to take it more. In that case, perhaps you should have nominated someone who would take this more seriously, Risa-san. Well, my plan was looking like an utter failure. At any rate, for my part, I believe my duties have been completed for today. I hope that you won't be asking anything further of me. But I want to say something back, but I couldn't figure out how to respond. It was true that I was the one who had roped Miya-san into being my partner without her consent, but I was hoping once she had been chosen at this, that she would actually put some effort into it. Well, starting next time, you better start making things more seriously, Miya-san. This bitch. I turned around and left, not hearing any reply from her. Jeez, this is off to a pretty rocky start. All I was left with was all I was left with were major concerns about whether we could actually pull off the tea party at this rate. And the dire predictions seemed to be coming true. Every day we assembled for our meetings and held discussions, but time and time again, no meeting ideas were offered. The conversation didn't seem to lead anywhere. Does anybody have any thoughts? Once again, the classroom sat in total silence. I spent all this time thinking about it, but I just can't come up with any good ideas. I never had any personal interest in tea parties, so I never actually attended one. It's probably not like the usual kind where you just provide tea and snacks and say, "Here, help yourself." Homemade snacks were a particular specialty of mine, so if those would suffice, I would provide as much as we needed. There's no way... Sorry. I'm getting caught in my throat. There's no way it'll be some kind of intimate affair like that, though. Just setting up the venue will probably take hours. The more I thought about it, the more I realized I had no idea where to begin. What if we were to at least order the tableware for the event? The budget's already fixed, so we're planning to use tableware furnished by the school. Well, what about tea? This is a special occasion, so we should order something fancy. A person has their own particular taste in tea, don't they? How many kinds would we have to order? More importantly, what about the flowers to decorate the assembly hall? Every time it seemed like we were about to make progress, it ended up like this. We still didn't have a solid plan for how to host the event. Daisies. I glanced at the seat next to me. Miya-san was clearly annoyed. I get the feeling she's thinking, why'd I have to be involved in this fruitless discussion? This is what it looks like. Hey, Miya-san? Without saying a word, Miya-san rose from her seat. All conversations in the room came to and brought halt, and everyone's eyes were focused on her. I cannot tolerate any further wasted time. Miya-san, what are you? Miya-san! With that said, she turned and left the room. Miya-san! I wanted to chase after her, but I couldn't in front of the other astonished committee members. I apologized for our class representative's behavior. All I could do was apologize profusely. Darn you, Miya-san! Fucking you dumb! She was the absolute worst. I hate her. I fucking hate her. I fucking hate her. Hey, Miya-san, do you care to explain your behavior at the committee meeting yesterday? It was lunchtime. She'd been absent from class since this morning. I interrogated her the moment I found her. She drank tea from a teacup that she brought from who knows where, totally unconcerned with me. How is this possible? How could she be so calm and collected? That teacup, though. It looked pretty expensive. Actually, it looked really cute. Some kind of fairy tale design, like it catches your eye. Where on earth did she get it? My Risa-san, you're staring as though something has grabbed your interest. Is it my boobies? No. Oh, no. Couldn't Miya-san have figured out I have a habit of collecting cute things? Would you like some tea? I'll prepare some first. Would you like some tea? I'll prepare some for you right away. Thank you. No, wait. Somehow she misunderstood my interest. I breathed a sigh of relief. Honestly, do you realize how bad things were after you left yesterday? I had to keep apologizing to all the other committee members and apologizing. Oh, that was inexcusable on my part. Please forgive me. Geez, that apology sounds as empty as they get. It's all because you clam up as soon as something inconveniences you. I knew Miya-san couldn't care less as far as the tea party was concerned. But if she would just cooperate a little bit. What was that? What was that, Risa-san? It was nothing. We have another meeting today. I'd appreciate it if you'd stay to the end. Did I even hear what I was saying? I knew there was no way Miya-san would cooperate. Right about now, she would probably think of ways to give me the slip so she could skip this afternoon's classes. I will consider it. Don't just consider it. I want you to actually do it. Yes, I understand. I also want to see you in class this afternoon. I will consider... No, I'm telling you to be there. If you'd like, we can head back together, right? Huh? I don't know what happened, but Miya-san had quietly slipped away. She even managed to pack up her tea set. I'm not a child. I can find the classroom on my own. Not so fast. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? I will go. Just not right at this moment. Hee. Wait, Miya-san. And now she's gone. Damn, she's like a magician. I let her get away again. She could beat a hasty retreat when she wanted to. I'll be in real trouble if she doesn't come to today's meeting after what happened yesterday, though. Although, if rumors about the transfer student who bailed on the committee after not doing any work started going around, she would be the one who would be in trouble. Even so, it's hard to imagine anything getting to Miya-san. She is a tough nut to crack. Miya-san, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm going to the meeting room. I should be questioning you as why you're making that odd face. It's nothing. What do you mean, odd face? I was actually surprised to see her there. After our final homeroom ended, I went into the hallway to find Miya-san waiting there. I thought for sure she would be skipping today. Well, it's not it. Well, let's not waste any time, shall we, Risa-san? Yeah, sure. I was surprised beyond. I was surprised beyond surprised. I couldn't believe she decided to mend her ways and start taking things seriously. No. This can't be it. Definitely not Miya-san. So then, was this just another one of her whims? At any rate, there weren't many days left until this vaguely defined tea party. I'd love it if we could find actually. I was doing so good earlier. I'd love it if we could finally put an end to this idle conversation today. This idle fucking chit chat bullshit. Well then, continuing from yesterday, regarding the tea party, does anybody have any good ideas to share? If I may. Y'all are all fucking stupid. But anyways, a cool voice just sounded from the classroom. Huh? Miya-san? Miya-san had her hand high in the air, if you could believe it. There was a nervous tension among the other committee members, remembering what had happened yesterday. She's not planning to complain and then leave again, is she? Oh, fuck! I felt a knot in my stomach. Please just don't give any trouble. Yesterday was extremely rude of me. At home, not only did I reflect on my behavior, but I put together a plan for the tea party. I have it here for your review, if you would care to see. Yes, of course. The chairperson took the papers from Miya-san and handed them out to the rest of us. Goodness, this plan is exceptionally well put together. I was shocked to see Miya-san apologizing in front of everyone, and the plan she had worked up it was even more astounding. This is just like some kind of professional corporate presentation. It was a polished document that went into elaborate detail. The costs were all carefully broken down. She had even drawn up a diagram of the flow of the assembly hall. Look at this. It seems like all we need to do is divide up the tasks. We should be able to set this up in no time. The person who did all this space in just one day was Miya-san? What do you think, everyone? Yes, this is absolutely perfect, Miya-san. As if we follow this, we should be splendid hosts for the senior girls. A round of applause erupted. My own drugs. A round of applause erupted in approval for Miya-san's plan. I knew she could do it. There's nobody in the freshman class smarter than Miya-san. I was rather stunned yesterday, but you must have had this in your mind all along. And then you went home early so that you could work on it. Yeah, of course. Finally, we'd settled on a plan for the tea party. How had Miya-san been able to effortlessly put up an end to the gridlock conversations we had up until yesterday? Amazing. I was quite frankly impressed. Oh my god! Miya-san? As soon as the meeting was over, Miya-san quickly gathered up her things to go home and left the classroom. I hurried after her. When I thought back on how I acted earlier today, I realized I might have been a little harsh. I had to own up to it. Oh, Risa-san, was there something else? The plan you presented today was really something. What? I wanted to thank you for putting so much thought into it. Miya-san seemed somehow taken back by words of gratitude. Oh, yeah, normally when I was chasing after her, this is the part where I would start sermonizing? Sermonizing? Interesting. Miya-san, whose expression never seemed to change, looked a little disconcerted. It was hardly anything that would warrant such words of gratitude. That's not true at all. It was really impressive. In total contrast to my excitement, Miya-san's response seemed to like a sigh of frustration, like it was a bother to say. I simply could not stand to waste one more second. That was why I came up with it. I understand. This sort of thing was a breeze for Miya-san. She would just apply herself. If nothing else, at least I got her to participate. I really hope we can pull off a great tea party. that point on, every day leading up to the tea party was spent in a flurry of activity. Some we all managed to finish with preparations. As long as we carried out our assigned duties the day of the event, the whole thing would go off without a hitch. However, dun dun dun. I'm kind of torn because I don't know like where we are in this section of the story. I think I'm gonna end it here though, and we can do the. I'm assuming the tea party is going to be next time, but that is a very bold assumption of mine, so I'm not really sure. But anyways, I'm gonna end it here for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. I think it's kind of fun. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for more like dialogue options, but I guess that's kind of silly. I only think that because look at all these save slots. Like there should be like, it feels like there should be like branching options, but obviously it's just all orchestrated. But anyways, if there's anything that you think I can work on, please comment down below. If not, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, and I would really appreciate it if you came to the next one. Bye bye.